What does it truly mean to be a biblical woman in today's world? With so many voices telling us how to live, where do we find clarity and purpose? The Bible offers timeless wisdom that goes beyond trends and points us towards strength, grace, and faith. Biblical womanhood is often misunderstood. It's not about being perfect or conforming to stereotypes. At its core, it's about living in alignment with God's design for women, embracing roles like nurturer, leader, and servant, all with faith as our foundation. Proverbs 31 paints a picture of a virtuous woman. She's strong, wise, and compassionate. But what does this look like for us today? It's about balancing faith and action, just like the women of the Bible did. Let's look at 3 women in the Bible who embodied biblical womanhood in unique ways. Ruth left everything behind to stay loyal to Naomi, trusting God's plan. As a Moabite, she entered Bethlehem, a foreign land where she had no family or certainty about her future. Her faith led her to Boaz and ultimately to a life of purpose. Through her loyalty, Ruth not only changed her destiny, but became part of the lineage of Christ. Her story shows us the power of unwavering faithfulness, even in the face of uncertainty. Esther risked her life to save her people. Despite her fear, she approached the king uninvited, knowing it could cost her everything. Before acting, she spent days fasting and seeking God's guidance. Esther teaches us that courage doesn't mean being fearless. It means trusting God enough to act despite our fears. She reminds us that we too can use our influence for good, no matter how small we may feel. Deborah was a prophetess and judge, leading Israel with wisdom and strength. She called Barak to lead an army against a powerful enemy, and when he hesitated, Deborah stepped into a leadership role without hesitation. Her story shows us that biblical womanhood isn't about weakness. It's about leaning into God's strength to lead boldly and with purpose. These women lived in vastly different times and faced unique challenges, yet they all displayed the core values of biblical womanhood: faith, courage, and wisdom. So how can we apply these lessons in our modern lives? Spend time in prayer and scripture daily. This is where we find guidance and peace in a noisy world. Embrace your unique role, whether as a mother, a leader, or both, understanding that God has placed you where you are for a purpose. And finally, act with grace and courage, trusting that God will provide the strength and direction you need. Biblical womanhood isn't about perfection, it's about progress, faith, and surrendering to God's plan. If Ruth, Esther, and Deborah could live boldly in their faith, so can you. You are called to reflect God's love, strength, and wisdom in every area of your life. Which biblical woman inspires you the most? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories and lessons from the women of the Bible. Check out Her Faithful Journey Parts 1 and 2 on Amazon for a deeper dive into these inspiring stories. And join the sisterhood at NicoleArcha.com for free resources to guide your journey.